Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel. It's a beautiful day outside and I thought I would take you along with me today. I'm sitting here under a beautiful tree. Sorry about the traffic noise if you can hear that, but I really wanted to be out here looking at the water. It's been a while since I have had a conversation with you. And so today we are diving into one of the foundations of personal growth, and that is identity and self-concept. And before we can do a vision board or any kind of goal setting, we need to really get at the foundation of who we are. And we do that by looking at the identity and self-concept we have of ourselves. So what exactly do I mean when I say identity and self-concept? Well, your identity is essentially who you believe yourself to be. Your beliefs, your values, your experiences, and characteristics that define you. And your self-concept is how you perceive and evaluate yourself, what mental image that you have of who you are. And these two elements form the foundation of how you move through the world. They influence how you handle challenges. They influence every decision you make. They influence your relationships, and they influence every opportunity that you pursue. So why do we talk about this now? So if you're in a place in your life where you have that little nudge that there's something more for you, and I surely know exactly how you feel because I was once there myself. But it's how we identify ourselves and what we believe about ourselves. And we can't make change within ourselves until we go inward. And to do that, you have to look at yourself and you have to ask yourself some questions like, who do I want to be? Who am I becoming? And for you to be able to move in and shift to the person that you want to be, rediscover that person that's deep down there, peel off those layers. You know, so many of us try to make changes in our lives, but they don't stick. And why is that? Because we haven't truly aligned with that version of who we want to be. And until you align with that person, you're not going to be able to make the change in your life. So if you try to adopt new habits that don't align with you at all, your brain is going to work against you. So if you were someone that said that you were disciplined and you're struggling to be that disciplined person because you're not being authentic and it's not sustainable. So if deep down you see yourself as a people pleaser or a tired caregiver or a woman who likes to play it safe, and you think you're going to change that identity of yourself and you start taking action, but it doesn't last. Why? Why? Because your inner self still believes deep down that you are still that people pleaser, that tired woman, the woman who likes to play it safe. And until you change the story that you say to yourself, until you change that deep down inner feeling, you won't see the change. So you need to say a new sentence like, I am becoming, or even stronger, I am. I am that radiant, powerful woman. When you say I am, feel that inside. How does it actually feel for you? So when we change our identity first, the right behaviors will naturally flow, and they will stick because they are reinforced by your belief of yourself, who you believe yourself to be. So I want to do a little practice with you. So take out your journal and pen, and I want to guide you through a simple but powerful exercise. First, write down how you currently see yourself in the area of the life that you want to change, transform. Now be honest, what beliefs do you hold about yourself? What beliefs do you hold about yourself? Next, write down the identity you'd like to embody. How do you want to feel? Who do you need to become to achieve your goal or goals? And then finally, identify one small action you can take today that aligns with this new identity. And remember, it's not about massive change overnight. It's about improving yourself, one small action at a time. And that you are becoming her. And when we change our identity first, the right behaviors naturally flow. And they stick because they are reinforced by who you believe that you are. You know, when working on your identity, there's always going to be some kind of challenge and an obstacle that you might face. One will be our past conditioning from our parents, our teachers, religious leaders, entertainment industry. All those have had influences on us, but we want to remember that they no longer serve us. Another one is, social comparison. We are always feeling in that lack that we don't compare, that we don't meet others' expectations, and that will distort our self-concept of ourselves for sure. And then there's the fear of change. Many of us have a difficult time with change. It's so unfamiliar, and sometimes we choose comfort over hard. But remember, sometimes it takes the hard to get you to where you really want to be in life. Do you want to stay stuck where you are, or do you want to move forward? You get to choose. You know, the person that you believe yourself to be today doesn't have to be the person that you are tomorrow, because your identity and self-concept, they are not fixed. You are able to reshape them. So I encourage you, if you have that nudge inside of you for something different for yourself, for your life, then start reshaping, start discovering who you are. Who do you want to become? And I encourage you this week to pay attention to the language and the stories that you tell yourself. And notice when you say something to the effect of, I am just not good at, or I've always been. These statements, they have power. And you might not realize it. And if you would like to go deeper in this work, I would love for you to join me on a call. The link is in the description box. Thank you so much for joining me today. And if this resonates with you, please hit the subscribe button so you can be notified when the next video is up. And until next time, remember who you are and who you are becoming.